So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throw left side complete. It's Ferguson. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, we got four down. Drill right, 22.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. The throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Detroit!
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, now 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hurry up, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Now
throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ohio!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play on third down for the Lions. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Flex round!
He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds McDonald. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. A give. This is Michel. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. They'll go left side here with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Ohio! 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 Cut!
They'll look to throw here. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hey, we gotta get this stop here, team. Cut!
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Lions have recovered.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
and so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The tackle there by Eli Harold.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, it's Michel. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball and really didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try to pick up the first down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And an alley to run. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And down to the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, that is a quarterback no-no right there. He's flushed out to his left, so he's trying to orient his body into a position to make this throw. But by then he shrunk the field, and he winds up throwing the interception.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back now at Ford Field. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. So the Patriots coming out now. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A gain of 32 that time.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On the ground, Michel. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On 3rd down, Michel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hold on. Detroit! Detroit! Hold on.
They'll run with Michel. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Michel. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On the ground, this is Michel. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They're running it. It's Michel. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, 28 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. On the ground is Michel, and he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. They've reached their goal already of winning 9 games. Now I think it's time to set some new goal.
I agree with you totally. It seems to me that they sold themselves just a little bit short. When every season begins, every team points to 10 wins as the number you have to really make a strong push for the playoffs. They're close to that number now.